Good morning. It's Tuesday. It is April the 8th. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. We have seen some wet weather moving in through southern Ontario and areas through higher elevations to the north, through Mount Forest and up towards Barrie. A little bit of snow.
A little bit of mixed precipitation. I just checked the Matars up in the Muskoka area. The conditions there, they got light snow, mixed precipitation, same with Barrie. So it could be a little slippery on the roads.
Now, looking at the radar, the bulk of the moisture, the good news for us is that it has traveled off toward the east, and they've actually been seeing the bulk of the rain through Kingston, through Brockville, and up through the Ottawa region. For us, we're just going to see these little pulses of moisture through the next couple of hours. The bulk of it is over, but it's certainly not going to be a dry, sunny day today.
Yeah, it's sort of over.
During your morning commute, but for the most part, I think the worst is over.
Yeah. It could be a little hard to see in spray this morning. I came down with some pretty heavy showers. You did as well. So just watch for the spray.
It was wet last night. A lot of people were still out and about, but it was raining. But you know what? April showers bring May flowers, so I say bring it on. And I will let you know how warm we're going to get in just a moment, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, we are going to cool down, and we can thank an Arctic high for that. So temperatures tomorrow dropping to 6, but look at Thursday, 15 degrees with that next system moving through. By Friday, we hit 11, beautiful sunshine. Saturday looks good, and Sunday back up to 15, but again, another system approaching. All in all, I don't even care if it's a seesaw. Temperatures are warming up into consistent double digits.
This one, do twisting.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Tuesday. It is the 8th of April. So I posted on Facebook.
Yes.
What is your most, and I know I'm going to make some people upset here, but now the spring is here. What is your most unfavorite thing about the season?
What, this season? This is supposed to be spring, you mean? Really?
Spring in general.
The most unfavorite thing?
Yes, Tom.
I would say probably cleaning up all the droppings from all of the animals that we have over the winter. Probably the most unpleasant thing.
I cannot even believe how much rabbit poo is in my neighborhood.
Well, I'm not even worried about rabbit poo. Rabbit poo I can understand, I can live with.
But copious amounts of it.
There's dogs been running wild all winter.
And his name is Max.
Well, and others, I'm sure. Yeah. But anyway, that part of it is not particularly my favorite thing.
Well, I would love to hear your answer. Just head to my Facebook page or send me a tweet. What's your most unfavorite thing about spring? Rain?
I almost hit a rabbit this morning.
Oh.
That close. He was just going across the road.
I'm glad you didn't.
He was very lucky.
Don't call it a rabbit at that point. Then it's called a bunny.
Okay.
A bunny.
Easter bunny.
You almost hit
the Easter bunny. Oh,
okay,
no.
Radar, please, please. This is a family show,
I know.
Tom.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here's the
Had
rain.
pink ears.
East, we're looking at less than 3 centimeters of snow, and like I was mentioning, that's up toward the Mount Forest area. A little bit of rain last night.
Slippery roads. We got a problem already.
Like you saw in Kitchener, we may see pockets of sunshine. Your long-range details are coming up, and I've got some really good news in the forecast. Those details just ahead, but first, here's Tom. Well, the good news that I was talking about is temperatures. Yes, they are going to cool down tomorrow. We can thank an Arctic high for that, but it's also going to bring us some sunshine. 15 degrees for Thursday, but our next system is going to come in, so we could see some wet weather late in the day. By Friday, sunshine returns 11, and by Saturday, 9 and some sunshine. Absolutely. Tomorrow's not one of them, however. Well, at least it's above zero, right? By the way, as I'm not sure if Tom was mentioning because I wasn't really paying attention, but we are seeing some decent snow through Kitchener right now. So keep that in mind if you're heading out. Bundle up, 2 gloves, the whole bit. 6 degrees for tomorrow, and then for Thursday, 15. Everybody's going to love that number, but we do have some rain on the way. For Friday, a daytime high of 11, and so far so good for the weekend. We're seeing sunshine and warming temperatures throughout the GTA.
This weather segment happened.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to be here. I'm a little bit slow these days with my sore leg.
Well, Tom has now fallen 3 times since fall and into winter.
Yeah.
He fell off his roof. What else did you do? Oh, you wiped out walking the dog.
Yeah,
and
once.
what else did you do?
Well, I fell on some ice up at the cottage.
Right.
And then I also wiped out the other day, about a week ago, on my arm.
So
Just
he's kind
tripped
of
over some frozen branches, so I'm a little hobbly and gimpy.
Normally, when the clock is counting
I can
down
run
for
over.
he runs, but lately he can't run
It's
anymore.
sort of a hobble. So anyway,
why he's
I
coming
apologize
late.
for arriving slightly late.
I give you a hard time every time.
I know.
All right, looking at the radar, we've actually gotten quite a few reports on Facebook and then through Twitter. Some snow through Kitchener. We're seeing some snow through Milton. It's the blue that you're seeing on the radar. I know, but it's not winter kind of snow.
Blue to
It's
blue.
spring snow. It's spring snow,
There's
which
no
means
spring snow.
there is. It means it's not going to last for a long time.
It's April. Let's wrap it up.
Less than 5 millimeters through Toronto and in through Kitchener and down through Hamilton and Grimsby. St. Catharines could still see a little bit more.
Boy, oh boy. It's been a really weird spring, hasn't
So
it?
would snow be one of your most unfavorite things about
Yes,
spring?
snow
You know, the
is
bad side of spring?
Snow is one of my unfavorite things about the entire year.
Ever.
Actually. But yes, spring snow I don't particularly like.
No, well, it was raining last night through southern Ontario, and it was heavy at times. A lot of people getting out and about doing what they had to do, but they were prepared. Rain boots. See? People listen. They watch. They know what to expect. All right, we'll talk about the long-range numbers you will love, but first, Tom, what's going on the roads? Well, we're going to be seeing this rain moving out throughout the day today, and there is a chance for a few pockets of sunshine throughout the GTA this afternoon. This evening, high pressure moves back in. Unfortunately, it's an Arctic high, so temperatures are going to cool down. And then Thursday, our next system approaches. Our winds shift to more of a southerly flow, and our temperatures are going to be bumping up 15 degrees for Thursday. This is what you don't want to see outside your window when there are watches and warnings for severe weather. And you really don't want to see it when you've just had a bout of severe weather. But while driving in rain is one thing, but driving in snow, it's another. And unfortunately, some commuters are having to deal with that this morning. This was the scene through Brampton. You can see white snow on the roads. Robert sent me this tweet. It said, Brampton, Ontario, make it stop. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I've been asking people now that spring is here, what's your most unfavorite thing about the season? Spring is gone, snowing right now in Kitchener. The birds are quiet and the grass has turned white. Ouch. Well, that's not your most unfavorite thing, but it's something. The presents that the dogs leave behind. By the way, it's snowing fairly heavily here in Kitchener. Kitchener, Brampton, just be careful on the roads, please. In through Cambridge, Tom's got a story for you there. Kids are mud magnets. Yep, I don't like the mud either. Mud defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs. General brownness of everything. Can't wait to smell some fresh growth. Blair, you and me both. Tweet me your most unfavorite thing about the season. Here's Tom now with traffic. Thanks so much, Michelle. Yeah, we've seen reports through Kitchener and Waterloo, through Cambridge, through Brampton, through Uxbridge, through the list goes on for snow this morning.
There's a lot of expletives coming out of people, I've noticed. They seem to be
Especially this
They
guy.
seem to be swearing a lot out there because they look out the window, and I don't blame you. Lots of crashes.
Yeah, the radar is showing us exactly where the rain is tracking. We may even see some pockets of sunshine. Yay, good news. And temperatures are going to be bumping up to seasonal averages, anywhere between kind of 6 and 8 degrees throughout southern Ontario. In the long range, I have got fantastic news. You're going to want to stick around for it. But first, we're going to turn things over to Tom. Tom, how are the roads?
So it is a little slick. Be careful, both in rain and snow. And Emily's got details on when it's all going to go away, I hope.
Never, Tom. It's never going away. No, really, it is going away. 6 degrees for tomorrow. We have an Arctic high that's going to be coming in, cooling our temperatures slightly. But then Thursday, next system comes in. I'm thrilled about this rain. Bring it on. If it's going to bring us temperatures of 15 degrees, absolutely. Let it rain. We've got that warm southerly flow coming in with that system. That is why our temperatures are going to be bumping up the way they will be. Now by Thursday, 16 degrees through Hamilton, but Friday dropping to 12 behind the cold front. Saturday looking great so far, and then Sunday another mild day, but the next spring system moves into the area. Looking at the radar, first and foremost, this area of blue, that's all snow. So that's through the Kitchener, Waterloo area, through Cambridge, through Vaughan. We're seeing fairly heavy snow. Somebody just tweeted a picture, and it's completely snow-covered. Heavy snow in some places. We're seeing snow through Newmarket, through Uxbridge, up through the Barrie area. It's kind of like a wintry morning. Temperatures are going to warm up today. The snow will melt, and they will continue to stay at or slightly below seasonal until tomorrow, and then the warm-up is on the way for Thursday.
This
For more on the forecast, I'll throw it back inside.
All right, thanks so much, Michelle. Now, we do have temperatures that will warm up by this afternoon, but rain is going to be a bit of an issue for some areas continuing through this morning. And that snow,
Yeah, it's not very good, and it's really caught a lot of people off guard. We got guys sliding off the roads out in Kitchener and area, so it isn't pleasant.
Have you taken your snow tires off yet?
I don't put snow tires on. I just have all-season radios.
Excuse us.
No, I don't. I don't.
Do you really want to admit that?
I just did. I find them very effective for the driving that I do around the city. I really do.
But this winter, Tom, we saw like copious amounts of snow, and you can't tell me that your drive from Georgetown to Oakville every morning at 4 a.m. was easy peasy.
Easy schmeasy.
You lie.
No, you just have to know how to drive.
Wow. You can send the hate mail to @TomReynoldsTraffic, TWN, because apparently all of us that don't, all of us that do have snow tires, we're terrible drivers. Okay, you did kind of. You did. We've got a warm-up on the way. You're going to like the long-range forecast. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, here's the perfect driver himself, Mr. Tom Reynolds.
Thank you very much.
It does. Starting this afternoon, we'll hit seasonal around 7-8 degrees throughout much of the GTA. 6 tomorrow with an Arctic high moving through, and then Thursday our next system arrives. But you know what? I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about this rain because the southerly flow that comes with the system is going to bump up our temperatures to the mid to almost high teens. 16 degrees through Hamilton, and the beginning of the weekend looks pretty good. Are you loving the fact that spring is finally here? Well, with the good always comes the bad side of spring. And that's what we're talking about today on social media. What do you not like about the season? Defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs, general brownness of things. Can't wait to smell new growth. You know what? I agree. And dog walking. I have a dog, and I come across this problem every day almost right now. Mud, and lots of it. Very, very muddy paws. Mud, I agree. Kids are mud magnets. So it's not only the dogs, it's the children too. And our friend Nicole says allergies. Yeah, that's certainly a bad side of spring as well. I think that's our scapegoat to everything. Well, it's Canada, so that's just what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's our scapegoat to everything.
I think we should put a dome over Canada.
It's Canada, sorry.
Dome.
Dome.
I vote for dome.
Just over Canada?
Right over
Canada. So we get absolutely no weather whatsoever?
We just have a
like
nice day all the time. It's like the Caribbean.
No, you know the Truman Show, that movie with Jim Carrey, where he's living in like the television show?
Right, I do remember that.
See, that's kind of what we're living in right now, aren't we? Even just north of the city, however, as Michelle was mentioning, through Kitchener and Waterloo and in through Vaughan, we're seeing snow this morning. Through Uxbridge and Newmarket and through Woodbridge, everybody is starting to see the snow. Temperatures hovering around the freezing mark. They will warm up. We'll talk about the extended warm up in just a moment. But first, Tom, what's going on the roads?
Yeah, Georgetown seeing snow. My wife looked out the window. She said, "It's snowing." Just like that. Emily has details on the long-range forecast.
It's funny, when my husband talks the way that I talk, he always goes like this. He talks in this little whiny voice. Okay, so we've got the rain and we've got the snow mixing in. This is going to taper off. This is going to transition back into rain as temperatures start to warm up throughout the day today, which is good news. We may even see some pockets of sunshine throughout the GTA. Arctic high moves in tonight. Temperatures a little cooler tomorrow, and then the next system arrives for Thursday. This one is going to do a good news, bad news scenario. It is going to bring us some rain, so that's the bad news. But the good news, it's going to bump up our temperature to 15 degrees for Thursday, and then the beginning of the weekend looks pretty good. All right, well, the rain and the snow mixing, that's continuing, but it's also starting to taper off, which is good news. As you can see on the radar, as it tracks east, transitions back into rain before it slows down completely. Now, we do have a couple of new systems on the way. For tomorrow, we do have an Arctic high that's building into the area, so that's going to help cool down our temperatures, but it's also going to bring us some sunshine. Thursday, our next system moves in. This one is going to be responsible for warming up our temperatures, yay, but bringing us some rain. I'll take the rain with 15 degrees, no problem. By Friday, we cool down to 11. The beginning of the weekend looks good, and we warm back up for Sunday, but we've got a little bit more rain on the way for the weekend. You see, now when I was talking about pockets of sunshine, I kind of said it under my breath a little bit because I didn't want the fact that people are saying snow this morning to, get their hopes up and what? Sunshine?
I've got a pocket of sunshine right here. There you go.
Really?
Pocket of sunshine. Oh, sorry.
Really?
Pocket of sunshine. Just thought I'd try.
It was actually kind of funny.
A little bit.
But you know what? I'm just getting used to your bad jokes.
Yes, I know.
The radar is showing this rain really starting to move out, which is great. The snow, it's finally started to taper off, or it's just moved a little bit further north of Barrie, which is not in our viewing area. So it's their problem now, right? Well, it is tapering off. The sky is going to be fairly cloudy this morning, but like I mentioned and Michelle was saying, a little bit of blue sky. Temperatures are going to be close to seasonal today, and then we really warm up in the long range. I'll have all that good news coming up. But first, Tom, is the snow, well, I guess they're not covered anymore, but certainly making an impact on the roads this morning, correct?
Well, out through...
Yes, we will warm up, but it's not going to be tomorrow, unfortunately. Tomorrow we do have that Arctic high coming in. It will give us some sunshine, but cooler temperatures, only 6 degrees. 15 degrees by Thursday. There's that warm up. That next system starts to approach the city of Toronto, and we are going to be seeing the chance of some showers, but southerly winds, and that's what's going to warm up our temperatures. Friday, great day. Saturday, great day. Sunday, more rain moving in, but temperatures are going to stay mild through Hamilton, 16 degrees. Are you loving the fact that spring is finally here? Well, with the good always comes the bad side of spring. And that's what we're talking about today on social media. What do you not like about the season? Defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs, general brownness of things. Can't wait to smell new growth. You know what? I agree. And dog walking. I have a dog. I come across this problem every day almost right now. Mud, and lots of it. Very, very muddy paws. Mud, I agree. Kids are mud magnets. So it's not only the dogs, it's the children too. And our friend Nicole says allergies. Yeah, that's certainly a bad side of spring as well. This is what you don't want to see outside your window when there are watches and warnings for severe weather. And you really don't want to see it when you've just had a bout of severe weather. But gloomy clouds gathered over Princeton, Texas yesterday after Friday's EF0 touchdown. It was a stormy day all around Texas. This hail coming down in Alamo Heights was part of a thunderstorm that rattled the San Antonio area for a couple of hours yesterday afternoon. Severe spring weather tore through most of the South yesterday. The tornado that damaged this home in Mississippi is getting the blame for several injuries and an unaccounted for list. It touched down around 2 yesterday morning when most people were asleep. American forecasters say the tornado was an EF2 and traveled on the ground for an impressive 25 kilometers. Heavy storm damage in Louisiana. Rain and wind had crews cleaning up scattered tree debris and fallen power lines yesterday morning. The stormy morning was followed up by a stormy afternoon. In Georgia, the big story was the rain and the resulting flood. Fast water rescue teams were busy in several places as drivers got stuck in quickly rising water. The stormy weather suspended a practice day at the Masters in Augusta. Wind kept the flames going at this factory loaded with plastics in northwestern China, and this wasn't the only place. About 100 sites were all on fire at one point Monday night. Stay with us. Your Southern Ontario forecast is next. Are you loving the fact that spring is finally here? Well, with the good always comes the bad side of spring. And that's what we're talking about today on social media. What do you not like about the season? Defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs, general brownness of things. Can't wait to smell new growth. You know what? I agree. And dog walking. I have a dog. I come across this problem every day almost right now. Mud, and lots of it. Very, very muddy paws. Mud, I agree. Kids are mud magnets. So it's not only the dogs, it's the children too. And our friend Nicole says allergies. Yeah, that's certainly a bad side of spring as well. All right, thanks so much, Michelle. Michelle also doing a great job filling in for the vacationing Kevin Yard. Kevin's in Cuba.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in Cuba enjoying all of this
That's nice.
lovely sunshine.
Sure, hopefully it's just lovely for him.
By the time he gets back, it'll be gorgeous throughout Southern Ontario. Of course. Kevin, how convenient. Now, temperatures are going to hit seasonal today.
Good.
Not bad.
Hallelujah. Especially
Tomorrow-
after snow.
Tomorrow, after the snow.
Boo.
Tomorrow, we do cool down because we have an Arctic high. But yeah, Thursday, 15, 16 degrees.
No, we're talking That's temperature is good.
Tom,
Does it stick around for more than one day?
No.
No, for Pete's sake.
I'm not going to give you that kind of good
come
news,
on.
Tom. Jeez, did you just meet me? All right, well, here's a look at the radar. And you can long-range forecast kind of goes like this for the roller coaster and all of its details. Stay with us. But first, Tom, what's going on the roads?
This morning, Emily's got details on the up, and then down forecast.
I'm not that dramatic about it, Tom. Maybe a little. All right, well, here's the system as it moves off toward the east. We are going to be seeing the chance of some sunshine today. Arctic high moves in for tomorrow, northerly winds cooling things down, and then the next system moves in for Thursday. Southerly flow warms things up, but we are going to see some wet weather along that cold front. For today, an additional, well, couple of millimeters for the GTA. Most of the moisture is off towards the east. Temperatures hitting seasonal values, a daytime high of 8 today. This is what you don't want to see outside your window when there are watches and warnings for severe weather. And you really don't want to see it when you've just had a bout of severe weather. Thanks, Tom. Well, temperatures are going to be cooling down before they warm up again. Tomorrow, we're going to see a daytime high of 6, and we can thank an Arctic high that's going to be sinking south. It's giving us sunshine, but cooling down our temperatures just a touch. Next system moves in for Thursday. It's got a good news, bad news scenario with it. The good news is that it's really going to warm up our temperatures, and we can thank that nice warm southerly flow, that push of warm air coming up from the States. But it's also going to be bringing us a little bit of rain. That's okay. I can handle the rain if it's going to be 16 degrees. Now, by Friday, we drop down to 11 behind the cold front through Oshawa. Saturday looks good. Sunday, it's going to be mild, but we've got more wet weather throughout the GTA. Are you loving the fact that spring is finally here? Well, with the good always comes the bad. The bad, defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs, general brownness of things. Can't wait to smell new growth. You know what? I agree. And dog walking. I have a dog. I come across this problem every day almost right now. Mud, and lots of it. Very, very muddy paws. Mud, I agree. Kids are mud magnets. So it's not only the dogs, it's the children too. And our friend Nicole says allergies. Yeah, that's certainly a bad side of spring as well. Thanks, Michelle. Well, temperatures are going to hit close to seasonal today. We'll see a daytime high of 8 degrees. But we will cool down for tomorrow, and then the warm-up is on the way. A little bit below our seasonal average, but then look at Thursday. The next system approaches, which is going to bring us some rain, so that's the bad news. But the good news, warmer air, that southerly flow from the States. 16 degrees through Hamilton, and Friday and Saturday look fantastic. We warm up again on Sunday, but more rain on the way.
Check out this light show.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Well, there is a chance, a slight chance, that we may even see some pockets of sunshine throughout the day today as this low moves off toward the east. Now, behind it, we've got cooler air coming in, northerly flow with this Arctic high that's going to take over throughout the day tomorrow and cool down our temperatures. But then we have our next system coming in. The wind shift. We'll see more of a southerly flow, and temperatures will warm up nicely. For example, tomorrow, we're only seeing a daytime high of 6, but lots of sunshine. For Thursday, 16, 15 degrees. We are going to be seeing that warm up, but because that system could bring us some showers, it might be a little damp warm up. By Friday, we're looking at 11 degrees, and Saturday looks good with more warm air on the way for Sunday. Good morning. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thank you for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Tuesday. It is April the 8th, and do not turn your clock back. The snow that you may or may not have seen this morning, it's real. Temperatures have been hovering in and around the freezing mark for the early morning hours, and that is why some areas did see some fairly decent amounts of snow. You may have been brushing off your car earlier thinking, what is this? This isn't spring. Well, by the afternoon, all that snow will have vanished. We're tomorrow morning, and we can thank an Arctic high that's going to be moving into our area for that. So first things first. We've got the rain and the rain-snow mix and the snow that is going to be moving out later on this morning and in through the afternoon. We may actually even see some pockets of sunshine through the GTA. There's that Arctic high that I was mentioning, and our next system is setting up for Thursday. Good news, bad news scenario with this system. The good news is that it's going to warm up our temperatures, 15 degrees for Thursday. The bad news is that it is going to be bringing in some wet weather, but so far the beginning of our weekend looks fantastic. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, running shoes, not a great idea today. even with the rain, but the snow on top of that, not great. A lot of areas did see some wet snow this morning. If you were traveling through Kitchener, Cambridge, through Waterloo, here it is. Heavy, kind of wet, yucky snow. We cooled down. We've got an Arctic high approaching the region. That's going to help cool down our temperatures tonight and into tomorrow. So once this system moves off, we've got temperatures that are going to cool down with that northerly wind and that Arctic high. Here it comes. Next system moves in for Thursday. It kind of has a good news, bad news scenario with it. The good news is, as you can see from the wind arrows, that our temperatures are going to warm up because the winds are going to be coming in from a southerly flow. The bad news is that we do have some rain on the way. But you know what? I don't think anyone's going to be complaining when we do see a few showers on Thursday afternoon because temperatures getting up to 15 degrees. There's our brief cool down to 6 for tomorrow. Friday and Saturday look great. By Sunday, we've got another system moving through, bringing us more rainfall, but it also brings us a southerly flow, so temperatures are going to be warming up above our seasonal average by the end of the weekend.
This weather segment has
Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's April the 8th. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. Temperatures today are going to be warming up, but not by much. We're going through Woodbridge. I mean, the list goes on and on. A lot of wet snow mixing in with that rain, so it was a bit of a slippery commute. The good news is that we're not going to be seeing any snow for the next couple of days. We have temperatures that will stay cool throughout the day tomorrow because we do have colder air coming in with that Arctic high. Sunshine, that's the good news. The bad news, northerly wind, chillier temperatures. Next system starts to approach Wednesday overnight and into Thursday to the north, but notice the winds, they shift to more of a southerly direction, which means our temperatures are going to be warming up. So tomorrow, 6 degrees but sunny. By Thursday, 15 beautiful degrees, but we've got rain on the way, more so for Thursday afternoon. By Friday, we drop down to 11. Saturday, we stay relatively consistent at 11 degrees, so that's at or slightly above our seasonal average. And then Sunday, temperatures warm back up again with a nice warm southerly flow with a new system coming in, bringing rainfall through the GTA to end the weekend. Thanks so much, Michelle. Yeah, it is certainly a cool start to the day. Temperatures, however, this afternoon, 8 degrees. Tonight, we cool down again. We've got another Arctic high that's going to be moving through. That's what's causing that snow to move in and that rain to switch over to snow. Now, once this moves out, we start to see a clearing trend. We may even see some pockets of sunshine this afternoon. Here comes that Arctic high to cool down our temperatures tonight and stay cool throughout the day tomorrow. But the southerly flow starts to move in Wednesday overnight and into Thursday. Next system approaches, but warm temperatures also approach. So we're going to see a daytime high of 6 tomorrow with sunshine. 15 for Thursday. We do have that chance of showers by the afternoon, and then Friday and Saturday look fantastic with more rain on the way for the GTA come Sunday. Are you loving the fact that spring is finally here? Well, with the good always comes the bad side of spring. And that's what we're talking about today on social media. What do you not like about the season? Defrosted presents from the neighborhood dogs, general brownness of things. Can't wait to smell new growth. You know what? I agree. And dog walking. I have a dog. I come across this problem every day almost right now. Mud, and lots of it. Very, very muddy paws. Mud, I agree. Kids are mud magnets. So it's not only the dogs, it's the children too. And our friend Nicole says allergies. Yeah, that's certainly a bad side of spring as well.
closed